This conference will now be recorded.
So serial content delivery network. Any idea on this, Narendra? Any idea? Any basic idea?
Sorry?
Any idea about serial content delivery network?
No, no.
Okay. So here, right? So this is my region. Take any one region. Right? So for example, North Virginia. North Virginia. In this region, so I have my S3. Okay. So I have my ELB. My resources. Hi Sunil.
Hi Ram, hi.
Yeah, so just now we started. Okay. So today we are
Okay.
discussing CloudFront. So any idea on this, Sunil? CloudFront?
Uh, CloudFront, which is like making the automation, like writing script in that to make the infrastructure to bring up. Is it correct?
No, you are talking about cloud formation.
Yeah, this is CloudFront.
Yeah, CloudFront.
I think something related to network. I'm not sure about that.
Okay, fine. Yeah, so for example, so here I have my region. Take it anyone, North Virginia. In region I have so my S3 or my ELB, some my applications, okay, my ELB, all those things under. So here I have my user. Take it for example, India. My user. For example, India. It's for India. For example, this user, okay, who are in India, so he need to access his resources which are in the North Virginia. Okay, so means some security purpose to improve latency and all. Here, if you access direct threats, there may be some security concerns, security issues, or like some latency. Why? Because my resources are in the North Virginia, so my user is in India. Sometimes, okay, so depends upon the network control. He will face some performance issues that you okay, so that speed, network, latency issues. And one more thing is security. Security. One more thing is cost. Why cost means here, so if you want to access from India to North Virginia, that network and all, he needs more packets. I think you know what's the packets and all. The input packet, we'll call it packets. Some okay in the internet, right? Some packets and all. He needs some more like that internet, more packets. If you use more packets, then obviously okay, you should pay the more money, more money. So okay, so here if we try to access from the user, like okay, so from here to here, so cost, why cost means here we need to use some high latency, some high network, high performance and all. So if you use high performance, high latency, then you should pay the high amount also, extra amount also, and latency issue, performance issue, and security issue also. So to avoid this issue, these things and all, we have one service called front. CloudFront. Okay. So in AWS we have regions. Already we know what is the regions. So and we have available the zones. Already we know what is available zones. Along with this thing, we have some edge, edge data center, edge, just correct. So modern deployment analytics. So network. Some CloudFront. Edge location, yeah, edge locations. So yeah, edge locations. Edge locations, okay. So regions, availability zones, available nodes. So okay, and we have one more concept, edge locations. Edge locations means it's similar to your data center, like like this data center. But in this edge locations, in this data center, we will not have the any resources. In normal data center, in normal regions, in normal available zones, we'll have the our resources. S3, ELB, EC2, all this VPC, all those things are right. Here, edge locations also is similar to data center. It is similar to data center, but here we will not have, we will not get any resources. So here we don't get any S3 like any S3 any AWS resources. Okay, so Narendra, are you able to hear me? Narendra, are you able to hear me?
You can able to hear me? Yeah, I just log in my laptop.
Okay. Okay, just put it mute. So we're getting echo. Why? Because you log in two browsers, right? That's why getting echo. Just put it mute. Okay, so here we'll have edge locations in across global. So I will show you that edge locations. Okay. Narendra, put it mute.
Already I done it. It's that one I removed. No problem. First one I removed. You go ahead.
Okay, right. So edge location is like it is to like a data center like available zones regions. But in edge locations we don't have any AWS resources, AWS services. We'll have edge locations across global. So I will show you later. Okay. Here what I will do, I will select edge location which is nearby India, means which is nearby this user. Here I will select any one edge location which is nearby this user. So what I will do, so here, so we have one concept CDN, okay, the content delivery network, CloudFront, CDN, content delivery network. So I will configure my content, my CloudFront, that configuration. So if you calculate what it will do, okay, here I have right my resources, so S3, ELB, some data. This cache, all this cache will store into in this edge location, means in this data center for some time. The time we can specify. So how many days, how much time? So that cache should stay under. So those things under we can define it. So here I will select I will choose an edge location which is nearby my user, and I will configure the CloudFront all those things under. If I calculate this concept, then what it will do? This data, whatever data is there, here we should select whether it is S3, whether it is ELB, whatever data we can select here. For example, take S3. So this S3, the data, so okay, it will store in my edge locations for some time, temporarily for some time. That's the time until we can define it. So, for example, here the cache, only cache, not that virtual data, only cache. It will store into our edge locations. Okay, so then user instead of accessing directly, is what it will do. User will access this data. So if we configure it, so here CloudFront and all, this S3, the whatever S3 or ELB, whatever the application. So the data temporarily to store into edge locations for some time. Okay. So here user now he can access this data which is in the edge locations instead of accessing directly to his resources. To maintain security, cost, and latency, all those things and all, we can use the CloudFront CDN, content delivery network. Means this content it will deliver in temporarily in edge locations. So user can access this data, this data instead of accessing directly. Okay, Narendra, Sandeep, Sunil.
Yeah.
Yes, Ram.
So
Sunil?
how much? So do we have space allocation for edge location? How much data can store there? It will remove first in, first out, or
How much data, right? Okay. See,
first in, first out. Some policy,
I got,
some complication is there.
so maybe, but okay, I will check that one also. I'm also not sure. So whether I will check that one. Okay, so it's not like first in first out. Okay, see, edge location also is kind of data centers. Means there are so much data, so much space. So we don't need to worry about the space and all, right? Because it is also one of the data center.
No. If frequently access, the data will be stored there. If, for example, 2 years before you access the one data, so if you keep there, it waste of cost. So that has to be removed from there.
Yeah,
That has
that's
to
why
be
I'm
removed from that edge location. So that will
yeah,
be stored in.
that's why I'm telling. So this data will store edge location for some time temporarily. I will not store 2 years, 10 years and all. I will store 1 month, 1 week, 10 days.
That who will decide that? We will configure like that, or how do we know?
Yeah, there we can select our how much day, how many days, how many hours you want to store this cache data here. We can select as per our requirement. Then we can mention the timing, the seconds, something milliseconds or seconds. So we can mention the so here those things are for example, if I mention something some seconds, for example 10 hours. So after only 10 hours, this cache will available in the here. After 10 hours, automatically it will gone. It will remove all those things.
Yeah.
Okay. Sunil, if you check your environment right, so maybe okay, they have configured your CloudFront also. If you want, you open your console, you can check
Yeah.
CloudFront.
Front, till now I didn't heard anything, but let me check.
Okay, fine. See documentation. You can see here same thing. What happening? What is this? Okay, so you can see here. Here we have users. So customer, front end, or public access users. So what? Okay, here we have the our data center, the region, our available zone. This is our okay. This is our available zone. Here we will have the ELB, EC2, S3, all those things under. Here we have that edge locations. We will have the multiple edge locations. What we will select one edge location which is nearby this user, this user, this user. For example, take this one here. So this data, for example, take any S3 or something. This data, catch it, only catch it. Only catch it, we store into here. For some temporarily, for some time. That time we can define whether it is 1 hour or 10 hours, 2 hours, 1 day, 1 month. So that's why we can define it as our requirement. So we can define. So here user can access these edge locations. And you can get the whatever the application, you can access these applications or S3, whatever it may be. So instead of accessing directly applications, so he is accessing edge location data, the cache data to save money, cost, security purpose, and latency, all those things.
Is this edge location is physical location?
Sorry?
This edge location in the sense, is it a physical location like they are putting on data
Yeah,
center
physical location. Yes,
or
physical location. Yes.
then what is the difference between this availability zone and this edge location? Both are having the same setup, right?
Already I told you right. So edge locations is similar to your available zones. In available zones, we will get our AWS resources, AWS services. In edge locations, we don't have any services. It's only empty boxes, like kind of empty boxes. Okay. In edge locations, we will not have any our AWS services, AWS resources, S3, ELB, VPC, all those things under. In available zones, we will have our AWS resources.
Okay, then I think both will be at the same place, maybe.
No, not same place. No, not same place. Different. You can
Okay.
see here. Edge location is an AWS data center which does not contain AWS services. Instead, it is used to deliver content to parts of the world. See here, you can see this color sky blue. Sky blue is the edge locations. Edge locations. You can see something in India. So you can see here sky blue edge locations. So this color multiple edge locations. Here in India, we have multiple edge locations. Edge locations also. So edge locations, Asia, you can see in India. So we have Bangalore, Chennai, and Delhi also. Okay. No, we have you can see Bangalore, Chennai, Hyderabad, Mumbai, mm, Delhi. That's it. In India, so we have Bangalore, Bangalore also we have edge locations. Okay, in Hyderabad also we have edge locations. Hyderabad, Hyderabad. Okay, you can see here India means here only one edge locations. Here in Chennai we have two edge locations. Two edge locations means two data centers. In Chennai we have two data centers which does not contain AWS services. Edge locations. In Hyderabad also we have two edge locations. Mumbai only one edge location. Delhi three edge locations in Delhi. So available zones is different. Edge locations are different. Okay, so in India we have only Mumbai, that region available zones we have only in Mumbai. We don't have available zones in Bangalore, Chennai. We don't have in Hyderabad. We don't have in Delhi. Okay, so edge locations are different. So regions are different. Available zones are different. Okay. Okay, Sunil, Sandeep, Narendra.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it. Picture, I got it.
So in edge locations, so edge location is an AWS data center which does not contain AWS services. Simple. In available zones, we will contain the AWS services. In edge locations, we don't get any AWS resources, AWS services. Okay, right. CloudFront is a global Syrian delivery network which delivers content from an origin location. The source of the content means that our from the available zone which we have, so our resources to an edge locations, that CDN data center. An edge location allows the catching of static objects from the origin location. Only catching of static objects. It can be S3 bucket, ELB, EC2. For this also, we will get the one DNS name. One DNS name. Benefits: user experience, lower latency, and the content load time, but load time also, and cost also. Cost, reducing cost, reducing load on your applications, resources, thus reducing cost. If you reduce load in your application, by default will reduce the cost also, and we can experience lower latency and the content load time also we will experience. Okay, Narendra, Sandeep, Sunil, any questions?
Yeah, no problem. Yes.
Just this is the updated captured files, how it will update all those things under. Just networking and content delivery, CloudFront. In production, right? So you may get chance, or you may 90% you will not get chance to create CloudFront. Why? Because already it will be there. If it is some existing something, it will be there. So I think you will not get chance to create CloudFront on those things under. If it is very brand new project also, so there will be some architects or L3 level, L4 level, they will take care of it. Okay, so create distribution. You can use some protocols, whatever protocol you want. So web, you want these protocols, you can go for the web. There are protocols. Okay, so if you want some RTMP protocols, so then you can go for the, so here RTMP. Use web. So domain name, the origin domain name. I'll select my S3. Okay, if you click here, if you have any S3 buckets or if you have any elastic load balancers, automatically it will display here. Okay, here I have my S3 buckets. Select your S3 bucket domain. If you want to choose some path in this bucket, you can choose, or you can leave it. You can apply for entire bucket also. So restrict bucket access. Already we know. So if you want to restrict bucket action, you can restrict using bucket policy, S3 bucket policy. Here, just no. If you want, you can restrict also. The other protocols, okay, viewer protocols, allowed protocols, HTTP, get head, some protocols, okay, that some actions. If you want any more information, just click this thing, you will get that. So the default cache behavior only allows the path of pattern of, okay, the symbol. So if you want to use this thing, so select just the HTTP methods you want to allow this cache behavior. That, okay, actions, the methods to access the cache. Encryption, you can use the encryption. So cache app based on the selected. Okay, so it means all select improves caching. Okay, so here we can select some selected methods under. So here you can see objective caching means how many how many days, how many seconds, how many hours your data, your cache data should available in the edge locations. Here you can mention, okay, customize it. Select use origin cache address if your origin is adding cache controller something. Okay, same. Yeah, you can mention it. So how much time and the maximum amount of time in seconds you want to you want object to stay in CloudFront caches before CloudFront towards another request to your version to determine whether the object has been updated. So here you can specify the seconds, some seconds. So how much time your data should stay in the. Okay, Narendra?
Yes. So here you said only S3. So I want to configure my EC2 and my storage. So that information, where can we do?
No, yeah,
Here,
okay.
here all will display.
No, here right, it will be
Here
available. Easy to write. So we'll access easy to through putty, right?
through putty, correct. So here
Through
only
putty.
can access
We'll
S3.
access S3 bucket. So URL.
Okay, whatever. So my application, I want to configure my application. I will
Application,
use,
yes.
yeah,
How
actually
to
it
access
is,
the ELB through DNS.
yeah, through DNS,
Okay.
correct.
But EC2 will use through putty. Through putty you can use wherever. It's simple, right?
Okay, okay, got it.
You can see here. It's only available for the S3, ELB, and media some packages, some containers also. Some containers only ELB, S3. In S3 we will have some domain names. S3
Correct.
bucket
Okay.
that we are.
Okay.
ELB also will have some domain name or some DNS name, some URL. Okay. For EC2, for the general we don't have any URL. We will have some IP address or something. Through put we can connect. Right.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. Here you can select that so that your maximum material cookies. Okay. So the streaming, all those things, and the restrict viewer access. Whatever you can select here. Okay. So certificates. If you want to get any certification, so I think there is no certificate. You must list the custom domain names that use in additional to domain name. If you have any domain names for this particular domain, so any extra domains here we can use it here. Okay. So supported the versions default root object is optional. The object that you want to perform to return when you view a request points to your root. Logs, if you want to store logs, you can on, you can off. If you want to, okay, that logs and all. So where you want to store your logs? In your bucket, you can store your logs. This corresponds to all logs and all. Just give it. If you want to enable IP6, you can enable, or you can disable it. Okay. Distribution status enabled. Provide process viewer request for the content associated with distribution. Create. It will take some time. So you can see it's in progress and it will take some time to become active on. It will take some time. Okay, if you click this thing.
Here we have not mentioned my edge location, no?
Yeah, we'll mention. You can see restrictions here. Restrictions here we can restrict from where you want to access. So this is our okay. Our origin means that S3 or whatever you want, S3 or ELB, all those things and all. So the behaviors or protocols, all those things and all. Any others restrictions here we can restrict, edit, enable, geographic restrict. For example, I want for only India. Okay, add. I can add. Yes, edit. Okay, so I have whitelisted only India. Okay, then here we can, so okay, here we can add whatever the edge locations from wherever you want to.
In India, it has multiple edge location, no? Chennai, Bangalore, that won't display here.
No, it will take that. Okay, so Hyderabad. It will display only that geolocation. Okay, only geolocation.
Correct. Okay.
Only geolocation. Search for geolocation. So you can see the invalidations, something on the tags. Same thing to track all those things. And we can use the tags. Still in progress. It will take some time, 4 to 5 minutes. Okay, it will take some time, 4 to 5 minutes. Here you can see the usage and all. So how much usage is all those things. And like in graphics, we can view the all our usage and all. Viewers who can view all those things. Okay. So here data graphs, security. If you want to provide security and public key, so those things we can provide the security and all. But anyway, so you don't want to worry. Okay, so in a production that you will not get chance to create that, but you should know what is the product and how it will work. In interviews they will sometimes they will ask, sometimes they don't ask. Okay, we can't. It's like 50-50. Yeah. So some interviews they will ask what is the CloudFront, what is the use of CloudFront and all, but they don't ask all these options. Okay, they'll ask what is the CloudFront, what is the use of CloudFront, just the theory kind of things and all. In sometimes they won't ask anything. Still it is status in progress. It will take some time, okay, like 4 to 5 minutes and all. Okay, okay, Sunil, Sandeep, so Sunil, if you want, you can check in your production. Okay, so whether okay, they configured CloudFront or not in your production.
Yes, Ramesh, they configure the same thing.
Configured, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, fine.
You want me to share screen?
Yeah, just share me if possible now, so they can refer. Narendra and Sandeep, they can refer it.
Shall I no, share the screen or screenshot?
Screen share, up to your wish. If you want to see, if you don't have any issues to share screen, you can. So
The
that,
screen is not coming. Become presenter to start sharing your screen. Give me the access, I will share.
okay, giving. Just 1 minute, giving. Center. Okay, now you are the presenter.
Open store.
Okay.
Back to Chrome. Wait, I am trying. Yeah. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Here it is.
Okay.
You can see, right?
Yeah. Yes.
A lot of edge location they configure, I think. If I click, shall I click here?
Hey, click. Yeah. If you don't have any issues, you can click.
Okay. I think this will not be a problem, right?
No problem. It's okay. No problem. Here we are viewing. That's it. That's okay.
So restrict, you can
Yeah.
see.
S3. Here also they connected for S3. You can see here. They connected for the S3.
Here S3.
Yeah. So just click that one. Restrictions. Okay. Restrictions.
Restrictions, geo restrictions, Disable.
The disable. Okay.
We'll see another one.
Enabled on, you click it.
Enabled. Disable. No, everything is disabled. I don't know.
Maybe they're not using that one, so that's why they disable some CloudFront functions.
Yeah, state is enabled.
So yeah, that geolocation.
Anywhere you want to click anywhere you want that I can.
So, no, yeah, right. So they restrict the disable for the restrictions means. So they use it by default ones. Okay, so default functions and all. So
I think they are all the application they are using maybe. Is it?
yes. Here in my case, right, there I enable only for India means only from India only they can access. From apart from India they won't access. Okay, if we
Yeah.
enable, okay, click in anyone that one. Here your CloudFront function, your CloudFront ID. CloudFront, okay, viewers, okay. Empty desktop, no mobile. Okay, so okay, but viewers
Yeah.
from
This is the usage.
no, these are no that graphs that is kind of reports.
Yeah, report kind of.
Go the distribution, the top first one distribution, first one, distributions, distributions.
Yeah, distribution.
Click anyone.
Same thing. What you open earlier.
No, click any CloudFront distribution.
Where you're anyone.
Click.
Okay. This one you're telling.
Restrictions. Uh, Here, right?
In
Restrictions.
restrictions only.
Oh, yeah. Here, right? You can see geo restrictions disabled. Means the disabled means from like if any location they can access. If you want to access only from some specific location, only from India, then you can mention the only India. Then they can access only from India network. Here, disabled means from anywhere, so they can access. Okay, Narendra? Okay, right. So that's from my end. So you can see the cache statics, the stats. So like kind of graphs with the UCS reports on how much so cache is
Yeah.
stored, those things.
We
So
can
this is
see
kind
the
of
report.
yeah, this kind of reports on those things. Okay, Sandeep, Narendra, any questions? Yeah.
No, it's okay.
No. Yeah, got it now.
Shall I stop?
Yeah, you can.
I think next time while showing, we can stop the record session. Then it will be better.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, actually I forgot it. Okay, no,
What happened
we'll do next time.
before 3-4 months in our company, someone blackmailed the CEO. Like
Uh-huh.
he
Oh,
recorded some important data and he blackmailed it,
uh,
went to the complaint, police complaint and all.
okay, so next time I will stop recording.
Yeah, we'll stop recording and we can show.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So this is the cloud front. Okay. Okay. So any questions, Narendra, Sandeep?
No,
So
no.
so cloud front. So now we have 20 more minutes, right? So we'll see any small topic. Cloud front. Direct connect. You can see in some other day only. Cloud trail. Lambda to take some time. Glass. Sphere red. Okay, we'll discuss the direct connect. Only theory, practicals we can't do it. Why? Because here using direct connect, we can create the link between two data centers, physical data center and cloud data center. Okay. So already we know that VPN. What is the use of VPN? And what is the use of jump server? Already we know, right? Jump server. Why we are using jump server, VPN, all those things? We access the private network, right? Using jump server, VPN, all those things. And why we are using to access the some private networks. And all. If you want to access your private server, so through jump server we can access. Same thing, VPN also same concept. If you want to access any other any other network, so then we can use the VPN. Same thing, direct connect also is similar. Here I have two. This is my physical data center. This is my physical data center. This is my AWS data center. Okay, I have some my applications, my EC2, all those things, my VP, all those things are right. So what we will do here? As of now we are using the jump server, or we are using VPN. And same thing, we can configure the direct connect also. If you configure direct connect, then entire this thing, it will become one network, one single network. Okay, so again I'll explain. This is my physical data center. So this is my AWS data center. That AWS environment. Here I have my some EC2 instances, applications, something and all. If I want to access my AWS resources from physical network, from physical data center, what we will do? We use the VPN. So VPN. Sometimes we can use jump server. Already we know that jump server concept also. Jump servers and all. To access different network or private network, so we are using the jump server or VPN. Means here these are the different networks. Using direct connect, I can make all this entire thing is one network. Means in these two data centers will come in single network. Just two data centers will come in the single network. Okay. So I think now we know the use of single network. If you want to access no jump server, no VPN. Okay, so no public IPs, elastic IPs. So and we can get the fast, improve the high latency, all those things under. Networking. Go back. Go here. Hybrid environment. AWS Direct Connect. So is a service that provides dedicated network connection between your network and one of the AWS Direct Connect. So this is done through an authorized direct connect provider like the Verizon, Reliance, some other internet providers, direct connect providers. Okay. So what they will do physically, so they will connect. This is my physical data center, right? This is my physical data center. This is my cloud, AWS. Somewhere, okay, somewhere right, they will have some points. How to say? How to say in general words?
A route gateway will be there. Both the DC gateway route will be there. They will configure it.
Yes,
Here and there,
yeah.
they will do it.
Some point, yeah. Oh, yes, exactly. No, because it does
So
not require.
ISP provider only, through ISP provider only, we need to configure our routers. The router gateway will be there. We need to configure in our router.
No, does not require hosting any router hardware at the direct connect partner location. You know what? Here right, in AWS side, so there are some piles, some locations. So where they have that setup, that direct connect setup. What they will do? So they will link so this piles with our physical data center. See documentation. This is done through an authorized direct connect provider, so Vision or other ISPs. Does not require hosting any router hardware at the direct connect partner location. Only requires a direct connection connect location and participating backbone provider. Some physical those things under working. Correct location provides access to AWS region. Same thing, whatever we discussed, I don't know. This thing. It does not provide access to other AWS regions. So only the region to region. Benefits: reduce network cost, latency, those things are done. Increase network consistency. Yes, our physical data center and AWS data center, the region, it will come in one single network. So we can get the more that performance, high network. So we can reduce the cost. You can see this is my physical data center. This is my AWS. So we can connect using just we can get one link here. They'll connect. Means it will, so they'll connect. They'll configure as one single network.